it's the beginner crafter. Welcome to a BudgetTube. And before we start, I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far, because I just got notification from YouTube that the channel has reached 100 subscribers, and that is amazing news. So thank you. It means a lot that so many people want to watch what I'm doing and want to continue watching that. So yeah, thanks. And now let's go to close out March, and then we're going to plan budget April. Okay, I'm using the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, and I have the printed version, so I have just 3 pages that I need. And yeah, let's start closing March. So my starting balance was 3,550.65. The incoming income was 7,239.17, and the total monthly income was 10,789.82. And the categories, I decided to put eating out and healthy food together, because to be honest, the healthy food was already prepared dishes that I bought at a market that has more like traditional ways of preparing food, so it is more healthy because it's not as processed. However, still, it wasn't like truly healthy food, much different from ready to go takeout food. So I decided to put it together because for me it means more or less the same. Okay, now I need to fill out the budgeted amounts. Okay, now let's compare how much I actually spent in those areas and how big a percent of income it was. Okay, so as you can see, the amounts are somewhat different than planned. With bills, I went a little bit over because I didn't really expect my electricity bill to be so high. I actually thought it wouldn't be so big, so there is a difference here. Fuel, well, the difference is just because I try to budget in round numbers, but sometimes you can't fill your tank so much to get to the round amount. And when it comes to eating out and healthy food, because I was on quarantine, I didn't go out, and I couldn't really also get a lot of food delivered, because not every restaurant has contactless delivery, and I didn't want to risk any other type of delivery. With groceries, after I got out of quarantine, my mom decided that she would come to me after the quarantine to sort of check if everything is okay. So, oh, here I was wondering why on earth do I have such a small difference in savings when I know that a lot of it came to savings, but it's just my maths. I forgot about a 9 here. Now it's good. Now it's I went over budget here, which is good. I want to go over budget here. But yeah, I was talking about my mom. And I don't think I finished it the right way. So my mom decided to come and check on me if I was fine with everything. So she did a lot of shopping. She cooked a lot of meals for me so that I didn't have to. So that's why I didn't spend so much money on food or eating out, just because I had someone to take care of me. What? Oh yes, good. Everything's fine. It's just me again, not remembering stuff. So yeah, that's how it went with where did my money go. And I have to say, savings and sinking funds, they are around 50% of my total monthly income, which is good. And I like it. I like it a lot. That it is so much. Bills, I'm surprised that it's such a low number, but I know that I didn't have to pay rent this month, so that's why it's below 1,000 in total, and that's why it is such a small percentage of my income, because I was free of income and of paying rent, and I think next month as well I might not have to pay it, so yay. Now, let's go with where did my money go. So total monthly income is 10,000. Oh, I remember I wanted to do it a different way here. That's not the total monthly income, just incoming income. That's what I want, because my cushion, my starting balance, I prefer not to touch it for savings reasons. So I'll try to do it like this, 0.17. And with my monthly savings, I've got flat car emergency fund, so my normal savings goals, Queen, which is one of my emergency funds, and I decided to take a new sinking fund. House expenses is in all the costs that happen when you buy a house. So commission for the estate agent, payment to the lawyer that sort of officially states that this flat is yours, and this is the money you need kind of upfront. Like, you need to have it, you can't wait for your home loan to happen. So I decided to put some money away for that. So this is the money that that I'm going to put this month. So flat is $3,000. Oh, I know what's going on. I forgot that last month I was saving the money like up front. Oh, I need to add this 1,200 that I saved last month, and I forgot about it completely. So that's 8,439. Still, this number is going to be terribly huge, and I don't know what happened here, but feels like there's something wrong with the numbers here, but let's continue. Okay, so in total I saved 5,290, which would be... What? How on earth did that happen? Oh, I know how it happened, because in my normal counting, I only put savings, and sinking funds is different categories, and I just need to add them up. It's just, I don't know, today is not the best day, I guess, for doing that. But percent of income saved, it's 62.7%, which I think is more or less correct, because I had about 40% in savings and about 10% in sinking funds, which is about 50%, but it's not without the starting balance. So I think the numbers are okay. They look really huge here. But yeah, I guess I'm just too amazed at myself for being able to save so much. And I don't understand how I managed to save such a round number in flat, because that was not planned at all. Total monthly, the percentage of category saved, it's 56.7. Wow. This is 13.4. This is 7.7. This is just 3.2. And this is 18.9%. So again, clearly you can see what my priorities are. So the flat and everything related to the expenses of the flat. I know I could have saved, in theory, this money in the sub-account for the flat, but my reasoning here is also that I get some money in cash and then I have nothing to do with the cash. I could go to an ATM or to a bank and try to sort of upload the money into the account, but it's just way too much fuss. So I'll just save it. The money in cash I'll be saving for house expenses. I need quite a lot of those, like at least 10,000 as well. And then what is in my bank account I'll be saving for the flat, and I think that's the way it's going to go. But in total, everything that is flat connected, the way I saved for it is like 75% of what I want to save, which is fantastic. And I'm really glad that this is how it happens. So this is March. This is how March went. A lot of progress, because all my categories, again, I saved more than I had planned originally. Queen is just a rounded number, so not very, very much. But emergency fund, car funds are quite bigger than what was planned. Flat, wow, amazing again. So, yay! We're getting near the goal. We're getting near the goal. So that's it from March. Let's move on to budgeting April. I have such positive vibes, so it should be good. It should be good. Okay, so April. Well, I won't be planning everything from April because just the calendar and the first Paycheck bill tracker. That's all I'm going to need right now. And of course, first I need to complete the calendar because it's undated. Okay. So I should get my school paycheck, and it should be the same amount as usual. We'll get that going later on. Now, the bank. The bank takes the money whenever it wants, unfortunately. However, this is Good Friday. I mean, banks still work, but maybe they won't take the money away. Here's Easter Monday. That's a day off. Nobody works there. So I'm guessing they'll take the money here. And as far as I remember, this is everything they take, including the credit card that I, for some reason, put here. Then there's my retirement. I need to pay the rent, the renovation fund. I don't need the rent right now. Okay. Here will be the savings that I had from the previous month. Insurance is usually about here. Okay, I guess I'll budget all the private money, so IOUs and private income here. And I think because it's Easter here, so I won't have lessons. I will have lessons for just about a week. It should be just about 200. I really don't think it will be much more. Then I should get some money from the language school, and I guess it should be something about 350. And in here at the end of the week, at the end of the month, because it will be full 2 weeks, then I guess it should total to 400. So that's 850, 900. Okay, so it should be enough for the next month savings, like here. And also this week this month I have gas, and the gas is 19.19. So I've got this money covering this, all of that, and The savings are from the IOUs and income from March. So that's how I'll put it. And for decoration purposes, payday and savings day. And for calendar, I think that's it. These should be the bills that I pay every month, all included here. And all those private things, private income or extra school income, that will be towards next month's savings, or extra savings this month. So I guess that's all I need for this month's calendar. And let's move on to the Paycheck bill tracker. That's the main Paycheck. Surprisingly little. But then again, I don't have to pay rent this month. So the bill total that is planned is 712.77. So what's left is 2,809.9. I expect the actual to be the same as budgeted, because these should be all the same amounts. The phone might change, although I don't know why it would, because I didn't do anything extra on my phone. The same with the internet, and insurance and charity. This is what I sort of decided to pay. Gas is something that the gas company counted. This will be the amount that we pay every 2 months, based on the previous year's usage. So until August, this should be the amount I pay. So it shouldn't change much. It's not like with electricity that I need to get the bill to see how much I've used. Gas is, they sum it up sort of at the end of the year, and then they give you estimates for every month, and that you pay every month the same amount. So all of these should stay the same. Maybe the phone might change. I don't know why, but in theory it could, but this is how it should look like. So very little amount of bill total, but then again, it's because I don't have the rent here. And so fuel, I will put 300 again this month. I have almost full tank right now because I filled my tank completely like at the end of March, and I haven't used too much. I didn't use too much fuel because I was on quarantine for a week, so I didn't go to many places. But for Easter, I'm going to visit my parents in a different town, so I will use about half, maybe 3/4 of the tank. So I'll have to refuel, and it's safest to put it as 300, although I'm pretty sure it will be lower than that. Then eating out together with this healthy food. Again, I'm going to my parents for Easter, which means I'll get a lot of food from my mom. And I'll only have like 3 weeks worth of food that I'm going to need, so not the full year. So last month I had 300 for healthy food and 300 for eating out, which would be 600. I guess I'll put it to maybe 500. There is some kind of a limit here, but we'll see. Then groceries, I'll put it as 500 as well. Although it might be that I'll spend less on eating out and more on groceries, but then it will balance itself out. Beauty, I probably will go to a beautician if they'll be open, because my class finishes this year, so I probably also will have to go to the hairdressers. So maybe I'll put it as 300. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I won't use it at all. Medical, just in case, 100. Fun, just in case, 200. Miscellaneous, which mostly is charity, let's put it as 100. And that totals 2,000, so I've got 809.9 left over. And with that, I definitely need the Queen sinking fund to happen. I'm all over the place today. It's 170. Oh no! Jesus! I don't have any debt. Come on. And I guess I'll put this 9.9 in the cushion. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that will be 150 each for now. Although I usually make about 20 purchases per month, like 20, 24, 26, something like that. So I guess I'll go with that and do 200 here. So that will be 409.9. So that will be 200 extra for the flat. I have to say, wow. Mostly this amount is my rent. This is how I was able to save on rent. So it goes as extra to the flat. Also thanks to Easter, when I know that I'll have some money, not money, but food from my mom or my parents. So I won't spend as much on groceries and eating out, at least I don't think so. I should be able to save a bit more on envelopes, especially on medical, fun and miscellaneous categories, probably on beauty as well, which will give me some money for the sinking fund, because, although no, from here no, because this is what I get on my bank account. So this is not for the house fund. Money from here only go to the flat category. But if I have anything left from the private money that I get, so over the 1,200 that I need for the savings each month that go towards my 3 savings goals, I will put them as a sinking fund on the house expenses that I'm going to need when I'll be buying a flat. But right now, I'm super happy with what I have. I should work on limiting the money that I have in envelopes. But for that, I think I still need a few more months to check how much money I spend on some categories. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm really happy that I can save so much. Again, it always surprises me how much I can save. Like this month, in March, I saved 3,000 for a flat only. And yes, I know that 500 from that was the previous month. And about 200, another 220 was from those transactions that go immediately towards my savings goals. But I put over 2,000 extra sort of money specifically for a flat. So for me, that's amazing. And previously I wouldn't have done it, I guess. So my savings goal seems very, very reachable this year, because I already have almost 85,000 in the house fund. So that is great. So if you are wondering whether you should budget, do it. Try doing it, because the more you learn about your savings, your spending habits, the better you will be at saving. You will see the ways to save money, not to spend as much. And you might surprise yourself with how much money you are able to save. This is what it looks like, the April budget. Honestly, when I do budgeting, I can't wait until the end of the month to see how much everything actually cost, how much I spent, how much I saved. It just makes me want to finish the month very, very quickly so that I can do the closing out and see how much I've saved. So I have quite a lot of fun doing the budgeting at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, and also somewhere in between. I also do the budgeting of those private income that I get. So that also happens, although not necessarily on camera, because, for example, then I show the Happy Planner planning instead of budgeting, but I do it, and yes, it helps me think about my money habits and how much I earn, how much I spend, how much I save, and what else I could do to save even more, maybe. And maybe change some of the goals that I thought would be out of my reach, and now I could actually afford them. So really think about budgeting if you still aren't. It helps, even if it's just first to just watch what's happening. Give yourself a few months to just watch what's happening, and then maybe try implementing some changes to your budget. But it's a really good thing. It takes some time, of course, but I think it's worth it, so I do recommend. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see the rest of what's going on. Once again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. It's great to have such a big number. 100 is a really nice milestone. And comment down below if you have any advice or questions on budgeting. And thank you for watching. Hopefully see you next time. Bye!